Hi, I'm Chris, and I am the Product Development Manager here at Saris Infrastructure. We're really excited to show you our new twin-tier bike rack today. Now, you may be familiar with some of our other two-tier bike racks that we currently offer, being our stretch rack, which is our low-cost, high-density bike rack, along with our stack rack, which is kind of our high-end lift assist model, which is required in a lot of cities out there. But we found a big gap between those two racks. Some of those projects don't necessarily require a lift assist, but we wanted to provide a better experience for these non-lift assist racks to make it a lot easier for users to be able to store their bikes, as well as easier for installers to put these in. One of the great things about the twin-tier rack is the way it's installed. It's based around an upright post system with an upper and a lower tray on a single assembly. That makes it really easy to put these in where you're just anchoring that single post, and you can dictate whatever spacing you want between the bikes, depending on the needs of the space or the local guidelines. We also have the ability to gang these posts together if you want to do a semi-freestanding setup. That way you don't have to use as many anchors in the floor, and it makes installation a little bit easier. We've also integrated a lot of unique features on this rack that'll make it a lot easier to use these two-tier racks. Obviously, when we're lifting bikes overhead, it can be a little bit cumbersome for people to try to get their bikes up onto those upper tiers. And so we've tried to come up with different ways to make that easier and a better user experience. Now, the first thing you might notice on these is there is an offset between the heights of the adjacent trays. This allows you to get bikes a little bit closer together without the handlebars interfering with one another. Now, many racks out there on the market today have horizontal trays that are offset, and that puts the raised tray at a higher level, meaning you're going to have to lift the bike even higher to get up into those upper spots. On the twin tier, we decided to go with an angled layout instead, so you can see the loading height on either the raised or the flat tray are at the same point, so every position will be equally easy to get your bike up onto. Now, you'll also notice at the end of the trays, we have a unique wheel strap. Now, this pivots at the end of the tray and actually allows you to do push-in loading. So instead of having to lift your wheel all the way into that loading cup, you're able to simply tilt your bike up, push it into the cup as the strap rotates around it, and this gives you a good anchor point to be able to lift the rear of the bike up and push it into the tray. That strap will then rotate around the back of the wheel and hold the wheel in place solidly. Now, with the twin tier, we also wanted to increase the compatibility of bikes that can go on this. Most two-tier racks are limited with the tire sizes that they allow on there, usually maxing out at about 2¼ inches. For larger tires, such as on many mountain bikes, those can get up to about 3 inches. So with the twin tier, we can accommodate that full range. Now, with that wider spacing, sometimes you run into the issue of bikes tipping over with narrower tires. They'll lean on the sides, which can cause damage to your spokes and cause bikes to lean into the adjacent spaces. So we've integrated this wheel holder at the front of the trays that'll actually keep your bike upright as you push it in and preventing any damage to the bikes and allow a little bit more efficiency in the storage. Now, to secure your bikes on the twin tier, each tray is going to have a pivoting lock bar. This allows you to fold it out of the way while you're loading bikes and then pivot it up to the ideal locking location for your frame size. The Saris twin tier will be available later this spring of 2026, but we can start quoting these for you now, providing installation instructions, cut sheets, and design files. So feel free to reach out to us at Saris Infrastructure, and we'll be happy to help you get this into your next project.